If you thought the fun was just started, just wait. The majority of the Iowa caucus results will be released this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yeah!
Guess when the Republican caucus votes were reported? That would be last night, where Donald Trump won 97.1%. How about that? Now, imagine this. If the Democrats can't get a fucking app to work correctly or even test it properly beforehand, how the hell do you think they'll run your healthcare, the government, at large? Yeah, just like this app failed on its face. A frustrated pack of Democratic presidential candidates sought to turn the mood of chaos to their own advantage Tuesday morning as they barreled toward the next nominating contest in New Hampshire. Now, again, these people, they can't get their app to work, but they barrel their way to New Hampshire. Last night, patting themselves on the back last night, saying they won, which we don't know who won. We won't know who won for another 2.5 hours. Imagine that. Unexplained inconsistencies in the results, heated conference calls, and firm denials of hacking. Read more about that. Iowa Democratic Party says it will begin releasing the results this afternoon. Mr. Price told the campaigns that the majority of the results the party had in hand would be made public later Tuesday, but he dodged questions from the campaigns about how much would be released. Oh, no. See, they're only going to release part of it because they can't get their head out of their butt. Officials on the call said the party was trying to verify results using paper records collected from each precinct and that it had dispatched staff members to collect them around the state. Much like that call last night Wolf Blitzer had with a caucus captain. He was on the phone for about an hour with the campaign, I guess, or the Democratic Party, and once the lady got a hold of him, or the guy got a hold of the lady, and she hung up on him, and he had to recall back. It was quite hilarious. Jeff Weaver, a senior aide to Mr. Sanders, praised the officials on the call and noted, "You do have a paper trail." He warned rival campaigns against discrediting the party, a veiled reference to the Biden campaign, which had ejected earlier in the call to the process. Yeah, because they're trying to screw Bernie. I don't like Bernie, but if they do screw him over, I don't like it, but I don't like Democratic Socialists or Socialists at all.
How dare you?
Bloomberg plans to double his spending after the Iowa chaos. Already, this chucklehead has spent about $120 million on campaign ads, on TV, etc. So this knucklehead is going to spend more than what Hillary Clinton possibly, and I've checked the numbers, spent during her first couple of months during the presidential campaign in 2016. Imagine my shock.
You have stolen my dreams.
This is a question why he didn't go to Iowa. It's much more efficient to go to the big states, to go to the swing states, Mr. Bloomberg said. The others choose to compete in the first four, and nobody makes them do it. They wanted to do it. I think it's part of it because of the conventional wisdom. Oh, you can't possibly win without them. Those are old rules. Imagine that.
With your empty words.
Continuing on, the party says problems reporting data were caused by a coding issue. Learn to code. The Iowa Democratic Party said Tuesday that there were delays in announcing the results from the precincts because the new app that it planned to use for its caucus results reported only partial data. Learn to code. As part of our investigation, we determined with certainty that the underlying data collected via the app was sound. Well, if it was sound, you could have reported it last night. It wasn't sound. While the app was recording data accurately, it was reporting out only partial data. We've determined that this was due to a coding issue in the reporting system. The issue was identified and fixed. Well, if it was really identified and fixed, you would have reported it last night. Delays amounted to a system-wide disaster, former party chair says. Don't need to hear about that chucklehead, that's gotta say. Warren urges the Iowa Democratic Party to get it together. Yeah, just get your story together about your Native American background there, sweetheart.
Fatality.
She's over there stumping in Keene, New Hampshire. By the way, she's on a chartered plane, a 737-800. And by the way, how much carbon credits did she reimburse for her trip or many trips.
How dare you?
Interesting. If no one was the official winner, why shouldn't 5 people deliver something close to a victory speech? Well, they did last night. All of them declared victory, which no one was declared a victor. So how the hell does that happen? I think you know where this is going.
Sorry, Charlie.
Counting your chickens before they hatch doesn't work. Trump revels in caucus dysfunction. Oh yeah, he did. As Democrats struggled to count the votes in the opening presidential nominating contest, the one person clearly rejoicing was the man they hoped to evict from the White House. Quoting here from a Twitter tweet, Democrat caucus is unmitigated disaster. Nothing works, just like how they ran the country. Remember the $5 billion Obamacare website? They should have cost 2% of that. The only person that can claim a very big victory in Iowa last night is Trump. Which is, like I said, 97.1%, not too shabby. But Trump, who won the Republican caucus in Iowa handily, rejected suggestion that the breakdown of the counting should cause the state to lose its status as the first stop in the presidential nominating process. Quoting here, "It's not the fault of Iowa, it's the 2-0 Democrats' fault. As long as I'm president, Iowa will stay where it is. Important tradition." Yep, exactamundo. The app used to tabulate votes is said to have been inadequately tested. No poop. The app that the Iowa Democratic Party commissioned to tabulate and report results from the Iowa caucuses was not properly tested at a statewide scale. Why wouldn't you do that? Okay. Which entailed having caucus participants call in their votes over the phone. Was abandoned on the advice of the Democratic National Committee officials, according to David Jefferson, a board member of a verified voting, a nonpartisan election integrity organization. Imagine that. The Democratic National Committee officials said, "Nah, it's good. Let's go." And what happened? The app was built by Shadow Incorporated, a for-profit technology company that is also used by the Nevada Democratic Party. We'll see about that. The next state to hold a caucus, as well as multiple presidential campaigns. The secrecy around the app this year came from Iowa Democratic Party, which asked that even its name be withheld. Can't imagine why. Its creators had reported questioning the need to keep it a secret, especially from the Iowa precincts where it would be used. You got to understand, all apps, well, except this one, should be properly tested, but not this one. That person who spoke on the condition of anonymity, that because he had agreed not to discuss details of the app, said that there were concerns that the app would malfunction areas with poor connectivity or because of high bandwidth use, such as when many people tried to use it at the same time.
Are you telling us absolutely everything?
Not exactly. We're also out of coffee.
I want to check what year it is. Let's see here. What year is it? Oh, yeah. February 4th, 2020. I don't think we should have to worry about connectivity or high bandwidth use. Holy crap. And these people want to run healthcare? These idiots want to run our military and our government at large? I don't frickin' think so. Continuing on here, Pete Buttigieg is in New Hampshire with the rest of the chuckleheads doing whatever the hell they do.
With your empty words.
Why did Iowa make the caucuses so complicated? Exactly. Paper ballots, easy, phone calls. So easy, but no, we can't do that. A lot of reasons contributed to Monday night's events, chiefly a breakdown of the process by which caucus leaders are supposed to report results to the Iowa Democratic Party. But one factor was baked into the process from almost the moment the caucuses ended 4 years ago. Historically, the party focused on highlighting only one caucus result, the number of delegates each candidate had earned for the state convention. See, here's where they go. Just like what Matt Walsh was said earlier today. He's like, Democrats, what they do as if the bureaucracy doesn't work, not a problem. Create a bigger bureaucracy so it'll work. So it'll take over the smaller bureaucracy because bigger
have stolen
bureaucracies,
my dreams.
work better. They don't. Oh my God! So it looks like Iowa's senators and governors defend the state's role in the nominating process. In a joint statement released Tuesday morning, Senators Chuck Grassley and Joni Ernst, State's Governor Kim Reynolds defended Iowa's caucus, saying they were confident the results would ultimately be tallied more than a day later, possibly. Iowa's unique role encourages a grassroots nominating process. Yeah, if you tie, you flip a coin to see who wins. That's a grassroots nominating process, weirdos. That empowers everyday Americans, not Washington insiders or powerful billionaires. Bloomberg. The face-to-face retail politics nature of Iowa's caucus system also encourages dialogue between candidates and voters that makes our presidential candidates accountable for positions they take and the records they hold. Blah, 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 blah. You screwed up, Iowa Democrats. You screwed up. Take ownership of it. And it looks like that's the end of this video here. So, yeah. Hopefully, when you when you create an app such as something like this that's extremely important, you do this really cool thing called, test it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Charlie.